Good evening.
Hey, this thing will not let me share it from anywhere that you shared it, so apparently I have to go to the page to do it. That's been my week. It
Oh,
won't cooperate.
well, I just got a notification from the the Things team page. We are not live over there.
Let me see. It's yeah, I see it. Nice and red there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but okay.
I swear Facebook has a mind of its flippin' own.
Well, I remember one show. It was actually Fear Fans. It didn't go live on any of the Facebook pages.
Really. I saw a little bit ago that we had somebody live. We still do on things.
Shouldn't shouldn't be.
Why is it showing?
I know the Spiritual Street Talk was on earlier, but they're done because I was able to download the video. Hi, Tom.
When I go to the page, everything is showing live constantly. Everything. That is so weird. Go to the Things Network page and scroll down. Everything is showing like it's live right now.
No, I'm not seeing that on my end. The only video that's got the actual live thing on it is us.
Not for me. Wow. Okay. That's okay. We will reboot at some point. Just won't be now.
Yeah, because if you do that, then all of a sudden this is going to be a solo show.
Yeah, because somebody's on their nick time.
I know. I know.
Oh,
Holy cow. This is the only one you saw? Okay. Uh, well, at least according to this, we're still live on four YouTube channels, Twitch, and LinkedIn. So we got 8 of the 9 destinations. Oh, and we are live on Things of Illinois too.
okay. Okay.
Just not the Hoosiers Investigating New Ghost Society page.
We're live on the Things page. That's the one I always share out because that's the major
Yeah.
network. So we're good there. So we have, uh, it's been a week. We are not gonna go into negative shit tonight. We're not. Um,
There's been plenty of that all week.
yeah, we've seen it all week. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
Um,
You
so
actually suggested a game for us tonight.
yeah, a couple of games, but the first thing, what I want to know is something good that happened in everybody's week. Anything good? We don't need this. Oh, and it's tonight or tomorrow night is the dark moon. I think it's tonight. Good time to release everything, get the hell rid of it, and be done. Because no. But
Uh,
be careful the next 3 weeks because it's going to hit hard. So you have to push through and try to be positive.
let's see. Anything good that happened this week?
Well, you had dinner with your dad, right?
I'm over there every night.
But that's always good.
Yeah. Well,
Tom, no, no, sir. No, that I said good. No, what the hell? That is the opposite of good.
Tom, you really need to stop doing this shit, don't you? You know that.
Oh my. goodness. I oh my God, he's on Nick time and made it. So, okay, 30 minutes after the fact is Nick time. Is that correct, Nick?
Well,
Okay.
hold on. Yeah, before I do feel the need to share this. I think we all know what it is.
That's why I was giving him a chance to talk first.
Oh, man.
Good thing this week for me, I made it to the.
You mean
Scott, is that unusual, dear?
Yeah, good thing I saw a dude that looked.
just typical Scott shit, right?
Yeah, good thing I saw a dude that looked like him earlier today.
Somebody looks like a Sasquatch?
I saw a guy that I literally thought was Scott. He had he kind of had like the same long beard. The only difference was I didn't mention this in the chat, was that he was completely bald. So, but he still looked like Scott though. He looked like he was like about the same age as him.
That's okay. That's just a time warp. And that's not in the future. It's okay. It's still
so that was Scott from the future I saw then. All right.
It's a time warp. It's all good.
The Scott of today, well, based on last time I seen him, which has been a minute, has a mohawk.
So it's partially.
Yeah, I know. I should have done that, Scott.
Yeah. And that actually jogged up a memory of one of my recent bowling tournaments. I don't remember if it was this year or last year.
It was last year. No, I think you said it this year.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I think it was this year.
No, it was last year.
Oh man.
It was last year. So this guy that I used to work with, his name is Bert, and he is a big, tall guy, like 6'5", 6'6". He is tall. Very, very Irish. Has an extremely short temper, and he normally has a big bushy goatee. Not a beard, but just a goatee. So last year, I was in Vegas, and right next to me is this great big tall guy, 6'5", 6'6". Looked very Irish, has very red hair, just like Bert does. And I'm looking at him, okay, is that Bert? Because this guy only has like a regular goatee. He doesn't have a big bushy goatee. And I'm looking and looking and looking. Okay, the Bert that I know doesn't bowl. He doesn't really do anything sports wise. And so I sneak a little picture of this guy here with my phone, and I send it to Bert. And I'm looking at the message right now. I'm bowling next to your twin, and he responds. Oh boy, he sure does resemble me for sure. For a second, I actually thought that was you. He's as tall as you are, and wow, that's crazy.
What did he say?
Those were his responses.
I think I would have had more.
You're going to have what?
I would have had more responses than that.
Oh. Well, Bert, he doesn't talk a whole lot. He just likes to get his shit done and go. He doesn't talk a whole lot, but if you make him mad, he has got the filthiest mouth of anybody I've known in that plant.
Oh my God, jeez.
Yeah, he's holy hell.
So pretty much someone you don't want to piss off.
No, he is not somebody you want to piss off at all. He won't hurt you, but his words are like booming. I actually got him to transfer over to the warehouse after I got in. I found out that there was an opening, and I knew that he was wanting a change, so I said something to him, and he got the position, and he ended up working opposite day shifts. So there were times where either I would work on his shift or he would work on mine, and I could hear him 3 aisles over when he would get pissed off about something.
So he's that loud.
He is very loud, but that's how some people are.
Yeah, that's basically me too.
Yeah.
that really is. Sometimes I talk too loud.
Ooh,
He's louder than you, Nick.
they're good.
Oh, boy.
They're spicy.
Yeah, and he carries on too. He doesn't just cuss for about a minute. He goes on.
Yeah, he doesn't. It sounds like to me then that this guy is someone who doesn't mess around.
No, he doesn't mess around, but holy cow, it's hard to get him to calm down sometimes.
Yeah, he really sounds like it.
Yeah, but he was also one of the best workers I've worked with.
Energy like that is usually what it takes.
Yeah.
Nick talks loudly, never. Yeah, well.
Oh no, never! I never talk loud. What are you talking about, Tom?
You know those silencers for guns? We can just put that there.
See that, Tom? He can't talk at all.
A muffle. Maybe
There
we
you go, I
can walk
just gave
around
you the
with a
silent
remote.
You're supposed to disappear the pinky.
It doesn't matter. I just gave you the silent treatment.
I
love the silent treatment out of people that are mad at me. Shut the fuck up and stay over there. And when you get over it, then talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy cow. I am still uploading last week's video onto Spotify. I forgot to upload it. And I started doing that, but wow, it's taken a long time to upload.
Zach is having issues with it taking forever too.
I wonder if it's like
Spotify?
some kind of
On
issue.
anything, just uploading videos.
Well, usually it takes maybe about 5 minutes
Oh no, no.
for a video to upload, but this thing has been uploading since before we went live.
Jeez.
That's normal for what happens with us.
Oh, okay. So, as far as anything good that's happened this week, I don't think I have an answer for that. It's just been nonstop all week, just having to get shit done. Going into Sunday, I had nothing on my schedule for this week at all. Me, Angelia, Dad, none of us had anything on schedule for this week. Tuesday, I had to drive down to Decatur, which is only a half hour, Yesterday, I drove down to Noblesville, which is a 2 hour drive. Today, I went back to Decatur for a different reason. And tomorrow, I got to go down to Marion, which is an hour drive.
Wow.
All of this came up on Monday. And my whole schedule was filled. My whole week was filled. And because of all of that, today I got done with my work 5 minutes before Adrian hopped on, and that's the earliest I've been able to get my work done this week. All the other days have been roughly 10:30. I don't like that. But when things need to get done, you got to get them done.
Some days.
I know how the feeling. I know the feeling.
Yeah. But, it's whatever. And if I had $6,000, I'd be going down to Indianapolis on Saturday.
For what?
Yeah, what's going on down in Indianapolis?
WrestlePalooza.
Ah, okay.
It's a brand new WWE pay-per-view. And front row seats are $6,000.
I'm not surprised.
No.
Oh, that's among the cheaper prices for their front row tickets for their events. WrestleMania next year is $30,000.
Oh my God, 30,000 for
Yeah, there is nothing worth that. Nothing.
God.
People spend the money.
People have more money than sense.
Well, most of the front row people lately on these big events have been content creators.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I just don't even know how someone could even spend that much just to get like a front row seat for $30,000, and they're only sitting there for a few hours.
Well, first of all, it's WrestleMania, which is the biggest wrestling event of the year, all around the world. So to go, I've been to a WrestleMania myself. Wasn't anywhere near those kind of prices, but
I really hope not.
no. Well, the one I went to was more than 30 years ago, and this is when front row tickets at that time might have been $200.
Okay.
The tickets that Dad got for me and him, it was almost a last minute decision. I don't even remember when he got tickets. Because I started watching wrestling in January, and WrestleMania was that April, and they had already been selling tickets. But the tickets that he got for me and him, I think, were $25 a piece, and we were way up in the nosebleeds. The Bob Uecker seats, as they call them.
Yeah, that was the way it was with us and the Devils when we went to Denver. Our son bought us tickets, and oh my God, we were like second row. But I didn't ask how much it cost. I don't want to know.
Yeah, so, and now they are going through a bit of a major controversy because they had just announced on Friday that WrestleMania in 2027 is going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia?
Yep. And nobody is happy about that.
Yeah. Why are they even moving it to Saudi Arabia to begin with?
Well, they have had back in 2018, there was a contract signed between WWE and what's it called? Saudi season. Um, let me look. Let me look it up here real quick. So Saudi Arabia has been going through this cultural change, um, where they are attempting to bring themselves up Saudi Vision 2030. So they are slowly integrating themselves into more modern society and modern practices, especially with where women are concerned. Um, and part of this thing is bringing in sporting events to Saudi Arabia. So they had signed a contract with the WWE back in 2018 where they would come and bring two big events a year for 10 years. Um, and it would have been over in 2017 or 2027. But they ended up having to stop because of the pandemic. So that kind of extended it a couple years. Um, and now WrestleMania is going to be there in 2 years, and nobody is happy about that.
Like, I just can't even imagine like a country like Saudi Arabia that wrestling would actually be that popular over there that they'd be willing to move it over to Saudi Arabia.
There's a lot of speculation that eventually Saudi Arabia will end up buying WWE. And at that point, that company will be done.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Actually, last year when WWE was up for sale, there was a rumor that they were going to be the buyers.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but that ended up not happening. Um, but what? So, okay, this is what I'm reading off of Wikipedia. Saudi Vision 2030 is a government program launched by Saudi Arabia which aims to achieve the goal of increased diversification economically, socially, and culturally in line with the vision of um, Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman. It was announced in April of 2016. So they're, they're trying to get to more modern practices, I guess. Okay, finally, last week's episode is published. I can't believe I got to upload it. Usually, I do it the very next day. What was I doing last Friday? Oh, nothing. I don't know what happened there. Um, and last Friday, I was hoping to have a show with Emily Menshouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realize that September 12th was the date that the very first 13th Dimension show ever aired.
That's right.
That was when Scott and I interviewed the Ravens Paranormal at Paraunity. And that was on Saturday, September 12th. And I completely missed out on that. I would have had some sort of a celebration thing last week. So
what ended up happening?
What's that?
What ended up happening?
No show.
Oh, okay.
Emily wasn't able to do it last week. She said she could do it this week, but I already got Clarissa scheduled for tomorrow.
Right.
So now I think we're going to be doing it next week, provided nothing comes up. But we're going to be, well, we're supposed to be talking about Charlie Kirk next week. But now with everything that's been coming out over this past week, I don't know what kind of show we could have on that with so many different things coming out.
Yeah,
We don't need to bring that up.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a
think-
byproduct to me talking about 13th Dimension.
I think if we just wait a little while longer, there's going to be a lot more come out that you can talk about.
Yeah. Well, by next week, we probably will be able to talk about it.
Yeah, and actually have facts instead of just what's being put out. Unfortunately, our media is censored anymore. This is not free media. This is not free country.
Yeah. What was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah. So we have to go to the sources we trust and tell the truth. And unfortunately, or fortunately, they're podcasts. And they actually dig for the truth because they were in the White House at one point. Those are the podcasts I watch. And this whole thing is screwed. That's
Yeah, really.
we will leave it at that until we find out more.
There's only been one political podcast that I can recall watching, and that was Piers Morgan.
I don't know who that is, but I do have two that we watch.
Piers Morgan, he actually was on one of the talent shows, like America's Got Talent or something like that. He was one of the judges,
Oh, okay.
but he's from England.
Okay.
And if you look up Piers Morgan Uncensored on YouTube, it'll come right up.
Okay. Yeah, no, this is ones that Zach watches, and they used to be like either attorneys or something for government.
Yeah.
And they know how to get the scoop. And it's been very interesting on all aspects, not just this topic, but like all aspects. And I'm like, okay, we will wait till it all comes out.
The podcasts that I like listening to are the wrestling podcasts because I just enjoy hearing the backstage stories of them guys.
We listen to some of the hockey podcasts as well, which right now we're not real happy. And I haven't heard if they have signed one of my Hughes brothers. He's been holding out for we don't know what, but if they haven't signed him because the camp has already started, damn it.
I don't know what I did, but you're welcome.
Hi, Jerry. One of those, he should have already been signed because training camp started and he's not there because he's holding out for God knows what, because he's got one of the best, mediators or whatever they call them.
Usually, if there's a holdout, it's over money.
Oh, absolutely it is. It's over money or years.
Well, yeah.
So I'm hoping because, well, I'm not the one that has him on my sweatshirt. The one I have on my sweatshirt, he's signed. He's good. It's his brother we're having a problem with.
Okay.
It's the Hughes brothers.
Don't know who they are.
I don't know who that is.
There's
either.
three of them. There's three. Two of them are on the Devils. One of them's somewhere else. But they're all damn good.
They couldn't get all three of them on the same team, or did they not want to be on the same team?
No, they all wanted to be on the same team, but they couldn't because the Devils cannot pay what that older brother's worth.
Ah, okay.
That older brother is hell on wheels. And hopefully the other two will get there. I've got their. I won't buy a jersey because I'm not paying no damn $300 for a damn shirt. It ain't gonna happen. It's just not.
How much?
300. I'm not doing it.
Wow.
But
Jeez.
I will pay, $50 for a sweatshirt.
That's more reasonable.
Yeah.
A little bit. And I'm still iffy on that because Zach bought it for me. I did not because I wouldn't do it.
Okay, so at that point, you didn't have a choice.
No. But if he would have spent $300 on it, he wouldn't be living here today. He wouldn't be living at all today. Although he does have those jerseys, and that's awesome. That's great. That was before me, and he could spend his money however the hell he wanted. He is no longer there, and the fuck he will.
Have we talked about the Conjuring House lately?
Oh,
No.
God. Tell me about it. Yeah, I've been watching. I don't think we have, but I've been watching with what's been going on with that recently. Oh, my God.
The last thing I knew is that place is being put up for sale.
Yep.
Yes, and somebody bid on it.
And they want to have an auction on it. Well, they still want to have an auction on Halloween with that house.
Right. So it's kind of interesting to see how that is going to turn out.
Yeah, really.
Who are potential buyers? Who are believable as buyers?
Yeah.
People would say, "Oh yeah, I'd buy that place," but they can't afford it.
Do they have any idea how much that house costs?
No, I don't. Not at all.
No, not you. I'm saying, do they have any idea of
Oh,
how much it costs? Not you, them who want to buy it.
same answer. Who knows? But that house does have a lot on it.
Yep.
It has history, and plus it's got a good chunk of land too.
Yeah, I heard it's got quite. I think it's got quite a number of acres.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the acreage.
Um,
I just know it's out of the hands that it was in.
Yeah.
that's the good thing. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
I know people have been asking Jason Hawes to buy it, but I don't think he wants to.
Right.
There was a post made by one of the ladies that lived there. She said she knows who she would like to buy it, but isn't going to say. But I think it's pretty clear that she wants the former owner to buy it.
Yeah, no. That former owner couldn't keep it to start with.
That's because he got swindled into selling it to her.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the female former owner.
Chris, I do not even have anything close to the price of that house. Absolutely. And plus, how on earth am I going to purchase it when it's all the way out in Rhode Island?
Who says you have to be in Rhode Island to buy it?
Yeah, I know, but someone's got to take care of it, though.
True.
You can hire people for that.
If it's expensive enough to buy the house, it will be even more expensive to hire someone to take care of it then.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. The Conjuring House sold May 2022 for $1.5 million. Uh, here we go. I got the address. Okay, the house is bigger than it looks. 3,000 square feet. Built in 1736. 8.5 acres. That's a good chunk of land, and right now it is estimated at 957,000. Let's see here. Uh, Basement partially finished, has a fireplace, dishwasher, dryer, microwave, range, oven, refrigerator, trash compactor, washer, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 full baths. Heating is baseboard, forced air, oil, propane, butane, wooden pellet. There you go, Chris. Make it out in my name.
Yeah.
Uh, Single family home. Property taxes. $6,641 last year.
God.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Uh, Now, what? Well, if the house had been put up for sale instead of being put up for auction, I wouldn't mind scheduling an appointment to come take a look at the house as a potential buyer.
Right. The auction thing is kind of off-putting.
Yeah. Out of all days, they want to do it on, like I said, out of all days, they want to do it on Halloween.
Yeah, they want to do that for a reason.
Yeah. Imagine the Abbey. They wanted 20 to 25 million for it. I don't know if it would have been worth that much, but
Yeah.
I could see maybe 5. But then again, you also if they were to include the nun's house, um, that reception building that was in between the two,
Uh-huh.
that would have that'd be worth a lot. Came with the whole campus, yeah. So and that's a nice piece of property they got there.
Well, I'm sure they do.
Mhm.
You been there?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about some. I thought you were talking about the Conjuring house.
Been talking about the Abbey.
The Abbey. Okay. Well, yeah, the Abbey. Yeah. It's been a long day for me today.
What'd you do?
I was out in the city for most of today.
You what?
I was out in the city for most of today.
The city.
What city?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Chicago.
What do you
Oh,
do for Chicago?
Yeah, we had my mom and I. We had to first off, we had to take a train to get to Chicago, and it was for a special appointment I had to go. Although the appointment was not till 1 o'clock, but the train didn't arrive until like probably about 11 a.m. And so once we got to Union Station downtown, we still had kind of like an hour to spare and didn't really know what we were going to be doing. My mom originally wanted us to go on this special tour boat that they had that we were going to do after the appointment, but unfortunately, the prices they were asking for was insane. It was like $56 each. So, so we didn't do that. But then after the appointment, which that was about an hour long, we went to, like I said, that's when we went to the Palmer house to grab something to eat, and that's when we ran into Scott Smith's double. And we ended up being there a lot longer than expected. Then we had to walk a mile back to Union Station to get back on the train, and that was still a good 45-minute ride back. So I was gone from like between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. I was gone for most of today.
So what were you doing for the city, though?
The appointment was in the city. It was at a building. I don't know how else to describe it. It was in a building in the city.
Okay.
It was not like an actual doctor's appointment. It was a different type of appointment that I had to go to, but it's kind of hard to describe, honestly. I'll just say that it was to help me with when it comes to, it's something involving my autism, and it was also something involving like when it comes to transportation, that kind of stuff. It's a long story.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I would say it was probably worth it.
That's all that matters.
I mean, I didn't have to work today, so we in fact took today off intentionally for that very reason.
A day off is always good.
Yeah, it is. I actually don't go back to work now until Monday because Tom and I don't know if you guys saw it, Tom and I are going to be going to another Paracon this upcoming Saturday. I thought we were going to go also tomorrow, but Tom said he's got a doctor's appointment himself and a family party, so instead we're going to be heading over to we're going to be heading to Central Illinois for a Paracon that's called SilCon on Saturday night and coming back on Sunday, that's one I've been to before. Which is one of my favorites, so I'm really looking forward to that.
One that got booted out of this mall, or
yeah, it was. It was.
Okay.
That was what Wicked Wiccan sisters were.
Okay.
Well, the Wicked Wiccan sisters are no longer that.
No, they're not.
No. But you guys get the understanding. That was who I saw 2 years ago, and then I can't remember why they couldn't do it last year, and now once again they moved their con to a different location and I know how this is gonna sound, but they have moved it into a rural town called Gaze, which is like 10 minutes outside of the town of Mattoon, which for over a decade, that's where they usually had SilCon at, in the town of Mattoon in the Cross County Mall. But for whatever, Tom just said, for whatever reason, Cross County Mall just decided not to host SilCon anymore. So they've been trying to look for a new location ever since. 2 years ago, they had it in Effingham. This year, it's going to be in Gaze.
Okay.
I've heard of that town.
I looked it up. It is a very small and rural town. There's like not much there,
and that's okay. And that's where I would rather travel than anywhere else.
Well, I just wonder like how big of an attendance they're going to get, because I looked it up. There's only about 218 people that live in the town of Gaze.
I don't know. Is that where?
Oh wow, it's
really small.
Well, no, not just really small, but out of the way.
Yeah, it's like out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, and then Tom said what he's talking about. There's also I saw that too. There's not much, but there is a 2-story outhouse that they have there, which is probably their oldest structure they have. That was built in 1869. And I've seen pictures of it. A 2-story outhouse. It was built few years after the Civil War in 1869.
Whoa! How do you do a 2-story outhouse?
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't know. I really
I
don't
know
know
what
why.
an outhouse is. I have used an outhouse because I lived in Kentucky.
There is no way I am going to be in an outhouse while some guy is up above me taking a crap.
Exactly. I am very concerned about how it gets to its destination.
Yeah. Well, no. Here's what it says about it. The two-story outhouse. It's located in the town. It was built in 1869 for apartments that were attached to a general store. The top floor was used by the apartment dwellers, while the bottom floor was used by patrons of the stores. I mean, of the store. Although the store and apartments were demolished, the outhouse remained. Each level has 2 seats, so the outhouse could be used by 4 at a time. Waste from the top. Waste from the top level dropped behind a false wall into a pit. Wow.
Okay.
And here's what they also say here too. This is kind of strange. West of the outhouse is the former site of what was claimed to be Hitler's bicycle. A rusty bicycle once hung on a pole with a sign that read Hitler's bike, 1932.
Okay, so I put 2-story outhouse in Google. The top result is atlasobscura.com. Design decisions, the 2-story outhouse. It's,
Like what just Todd said, we are definitely checking it out.
I am certainly concerned because I'm going to tell you, I had an outhouse on the property I lived in Kentucky. Okay. My dumbass, okay, I had never seen an outhouse in my life. My dumbass goes out there because I'm not going to poop around my family. Sorry, not going to happen. This outhouse is right across the fence about 20 feet from the house entrance. You crawl over the fence. It was just a big cattle field, and I'm talking acres and acres of cattle field. So I cross that fence. Okay. I got a little flashlight, and I mean little. I mean like keychain. Just so I can find the hole. I sit my ass down. I turn the flashlight off, of course, because it's one of those that when you release, it shuts off. I hear breathing. I should not hear breathing. Everybody in my house is asleep. I should not hear breathing. I hear breathing in front of me.
somebody's inside the crapper sleeping.
Nope.
Oh no.
Nope. I
Tom, if you get,
clicked
I'm
out
just gonna say-
light.
Tom, I'm just
There is a motherfucking bull in the doorway.
because there is no way I'm getting the bottom.
Bull. He
Okay.
is the only bull with all these cows. Bull.
Oh boy.
Got his nose about 8 inches from me. Breathing on me. I didn't bring a cell phone out there to go shit. My biggest fear when I went out there was snakes in the bottom of it. This is Kentucky.
That would be a legitimate concern.
Probably roaches too.
No. I'm worried about my ass getting bit, and there's a bull in front of me. I have 2 choices at this point. I can scream and see if the bull will run. I can slap him on his nose and see if he's going to just come on in.
What'd you end up doing?
Both. Both. First, I made sure I did my business, cleaned myself up, and stood up. Looked back behind me, behind the little toilet seat, and see if I can kick it out. Because I knew there was only 20 feet between me and that house. It was old enough, I probably could have.
They can pack on us some speed when they get to running.
They can, but he had a long ways he had to start running. And he would have had to got through there to start running and hopefully fall in the fucking toilet on his way in.
At that point, you're a dead boy.
I'm like, okay, what the hell do I do? If I die, at least I wipe my ass. I mean...
Well, at that point, if you die, I don't think it's really going to matter because there's probably going to be a mess somewhere else.
But not on me. Unless it's blood.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, but they can tell the difference between blood and shit.
I have a paragraph here that I'm going to read about this 2-story outhouse.
The one in Gase?
I want to know how this shit works.
Yeah, are you talking about the one in Gase?
Yes.
Okay.
Standing like a strange white monolith on a small patch of grass in Gase,
it does look like a monolith.
The outhouse has become somewhat of a local celebrity. It was built in 1869 as part of a general store that once had apartments connected to it.
That's right.
The upper section of the old bathroom was attached to the residences, while the lower section was for the general store shoppers who just had to go. In order to avoid any disastrous duty drops, that's what this thing says, duty drops, the upper and lower commodes are positioned on opposite sides of the outhouse, and the waste from the upper level actually falls to the septic pit below, behind a false wall that keeps the first level away from all sorts of crap.
Well, that was like with what I just read on Wikipedia, but they didn't have those other additions to it. How they came up with that idea?
I don't know how people come up with any bullshit, but
This is the 1860s.
It's like right after the Civil War.
Yeah, so they had to come up with something.
I mean, hey, you know what they say? You gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, if you gotta go,
you gotta go.
Well, I had two choices. Go. Well, no, I had a lot of choices, but I chose the damn outhouse. But so
that's on you.
It is. It absolutely is, and that was the last time I used that damn outhouse. But what I ended up doing was hitting that bull on the nose, pushing him back, and running the fuck out. Was he chasing me? Yeah, he was.
It actually let you push it out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He I don't think he could see any better than I could in the dark. But, yeah, I hit him in the nose, pushed his head, ran out by him because I knew there was only like 3 feet between me and the fence. So if I can make it, I make it. If I don't, well, see you later. But
the thing is, if the bull really wanted to, it could have gone through that fence, couldn't it?
He had to have went around and noticed what I was doing before I could get through the barbed wire.
Oh.
I was cut up. I was not graceful through that barbed wire. And I woke my husband up and said, "You stupid son of a bitch, you hillbilly asshole. I'm going to tell you what." He's like, "I didn't tell you to take your ass out there. There's a toilet right there." I said, "Yeah, that's a problem. It's right there. I wasn't going to shit right there." Yeah, needless to say, I don't give a shit where I shit anymore. Uh, it's a human function, and I don't care who sees it, smells it, hears it. No, I'm not dealing with another bull. No.
I actually had a great aunt, my mom's aunt, um, all her life, and she lived until she was. See if I can find her.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Oh,
go to this 2-story outhouse in Gaze. That's gonna be really
So,
interesting to see.
while you're doing that, I'm going to tell a quick little story, way off topic, which we know. Hi, I'm the squirrel. You all know that I volunteer for the Humane Society,
hmm.
which means I love animals and I want to bring them all home, but I know better. So, there was a dog loose this week. Little Chihuahua. I'm talking tiny Chihuahua. And this lady couldn't keep him, and I said, bring him. I'll keep him till I find the owner because I was confident I could find the owner. I kept him one night, which, mind you, because Rose will not allow any animal to sleep with me, I had to sleep in the other room with this dog, who whined, mind you, all fucking night long, which told me it misses its family. You know, it misses its family. I get it. I posted it on every page I could. Next Door app, Lost and Found Pets, everything. Owner came forward. I got the dog back to the owner. The owner did not speak English except for the granddaughter, which I let her know everything that happened with the dog, how I got the dog, all that. Dog went missing again 2 nights ago because the owner went to the hospital. Come to find out, the person that got the dog, it went there because there's a dog in heat and he's intact, and well, we know the rest. But I told the lady I can't keep that dog because I'm going out of town October 4th. I can't keep that dog. There's not time to integrate that dog within our home. Mom and dad cannot continue integrating the dog in the home. It's just not going to happen. And Rose will eat him. So I said, no, I can't keep it, but please take it to the Humane Society because it will find a home. It will get neutered, which is what it needs. That's why it ran away. And then it can go home or find a home. Well, now I'm between the person that found it and the owners. That's who I've been texting this whole time. Come to find out, the people that found it again. Asked me if I could take it. I said no. I told them to take it to the Humane Society. They did not. So now, police are involved because there's a stolen animal. I'm posting this dog on all the pages because I want this dog to go home. This dog cannot live without its owners. It's 7 years old and constantly whines for his owners. They made a mistake. They did not leash him. But holy shit. No. So I'm posting on all these pages, look, police are involved. Humane Society is involved. I'm involved. We got a problem. If you have this dog, you better return it. I don't know what's going to happen, but this dog is going to get returned or we're going to have a problem because this dog's not going to make it anywhere else. This lady said this dog bit her trying to grab him. I didn't know he was mean, but he's not. Hey, I wonder where you were.
There he is.
I knew this dog could be mean, but he's in an unfamiliar environment, which makes him scared. He's a Chihuahua, for God's sake. They're scared. He cuddled with me all night until I got him back to his owner next day. If I have to take this little bitch with me to my daughter's wedding, that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to find him. There is no way in hell that somebody's just going to give somebody else's dog away. No. The life of a Humane Society volunteer. And tomorrow I start working with level 2 dogs. So if my face looks a little different next week, it's because some dog bit my face off. Level 2 dogs are not so nice. Oh, Braxton, what's going on with the kittens, bud? I didn't know anything about the kittens.
Hey, what's up, Robert? That's her fault for trying to grab the mouse with teeth.
I found.
This is the same lady. No, I can't say it's her fault. This is the same lady that found him on a busy street. And she took him in. Her dog was not very kind to this little dog, which I understand. They're both males. I get it. So she was trying to find a home for it. I told her I'd take it till I could find the owner because I was sure I could. And I did. But the owner went into the hospital. The dog got out and went back to where it smelled a dog in heat. So the dog needs fixed, period. Or put on a leash, one of the two. The dog is 7 years old. It's not going to breed anymore. Fix it. Fix the dog. But here we are. And this couple does not speak English. The granddaughter does for them. I don't give a shit what language you speak. That's your animal. And you should have your animal. And this other person giving it away, knowing whose animal it was, no, hell no. And cussing the person, telling them they're a bad person for letting the dog loose. They didn't let it loose. It got loose. I get it. My dog bit a kid out in the park.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I took full responsibility. You got doctors, bills, I'll pay them. You got whatever, I'll pay it. No, they don't want to press charges because they don't speak English. The hell with that. I don't give a shit what language you speak. This is America. You have rights. And those rights are not to get bit by a dog in a public place. My dog bit you. My responsibility, not yours.
Oh,
and
geez.
Same with this one.
Sorry, H. I was just reading what Braxton was saying about. You were asking about the kittens.
Yeah, you know what? I do follow him, and I love him.
I found my aunt's.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean.
Don't know how it happened, and their mother has been in my... Oh, no. Are you bottle feeding them? Kind of wish I was closer. I foster bottle feeding animals with no parents. Ghost, not you. Take your... No, take your ass out of here. No, go. What? Come on.
I found my mom's aunt on Find a Grave. She was 81 years old when she died. Never lived in a house with plumbing.
Yeah, and these people were happy.
Yeah, she died back in 1998.
That wasn't that long ago. Well, not for me.
Almost 30 years ago.
That wasn't that long ago for me. I had my daughter in 99.
I was only 5 or 6 years old back in 1998, 99.
Oh my God, you were born? Oh, okay. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but
I wasn't even 10.
I remember Mom talking to me about her saying that she never had plumbing, always had an outhouse, and wouldn't have it any other way. I'm thinking, how?
I
But
was married to a man who his family lived in the mountains in Kentucky. And I guarantee you, I loved it up at his parents' or his grandparents' great grandparents' place. They had an outhouse, or you could just take your ass and squat on the side of a hill, whatever the hell you want to do. But it is so cool to be up there because nobody's going to bother you. If somebody dies up there, like let's say you have a family up there, which you could only have so many because it's small mountaintop. If somebody dies, you have two choices. You're not going to bury through, you're not going to try to dig through that ground because it's ice until spring. And the coroner cannot come up a hill because it's ice all through winter. You put their ass outside because that's the coolest place you're going to find. Put a sheet, whatever the hell you want to do, but you're going to put them outside until it starts thawing out.
Virginia City at the Washoe Club, they have a back room called the Crypt. And the story is during the wintertime, whenever somebody in Virginia City died, they couldn't bury them because the ground was too hard. So they took them to the back of the Washoe Club and stored them until the ground was soft enough.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what it was like. This is on Rourke Mountain, which, if anybody knows me, that was my last name at one point.
Getting back to the two-story outhouse, I found another piece of information about it. The locals call it the skyscraper.
The skyscraper? I didn't see that on the page.
That's one way. I'll be right back. Holy shit! No.
And I'm learning so much more about
Somebody
this.
Shit on somebody's head. I'm telling you.
We're going to be seeing this weekend. So, I'm just going to say this right now. As soon as we go to that two-story outhouse, we get pictures of the damn thing. I'm going to be definitely going to be sending those to you guys in a heartbeat.
But the thing is, I'm looking. I'm looking at the town on Google Earth.
Yeah, I told you. Aside from that, it's a really small rural town.
Yeah, but where are they having this event?
They're having it at. Give me 1 second here, because they have a Facebook page on where they were going to be having this. And that was my question too. Like when they said that they were going to have this in Silcon, and when I looked and I saw where they were going to have it, I mean, like when I looked at the thing myself, there's like nothing here. I mean, it's just like a little rural town. There's not even any fast food places to go to in Gays. I mean, there's like nothing there. So I looked, and they're having it at. Okay, hold on, give me this. Okay, all right, here we go. They are
Front Street Event Center.
Yeah, they're having it. It's like it's kind. You know what? I looked it up exactly where it was, and they're having it like in a similar building, like to where you guys have Para-Unity at the Miami County Fairgrounds. So I think it's supposed to be some kind of fairground area that they're having it at. Although, like I said, two things. Like I said, Gays is only home to like over 200 people, and secondly, for an area like that, I don't know how much they're going to get as big of an attendance as they did when we used to have it at the Cross County Mall.
Did you say they call it the skyscraper?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I found the building.
Yeah, it's not that big.
No, it's called a skycrapper.
Well, the way that is spelled out, there's an S. Skyscraper. But
yeah, somebody was being nice.
Say though, Jeremy, about the building.
The event center is 2 blocks away from that outhouse.
Okay, so we're gonna be pretty close to it then.
You can,
It's like we could. It's like we can just simply walk over there.
yeah, you can walk there.
Well,
There's
there you have it, Tom. We
only,
don't even have to get in the car for it.
so that's why there.
I honestly really have no idea. Although when they did it 2 years ago in Effingham, that was quite far from Mattoon. I mean, that was at least about a good half hour, 45-minute drive between Mattoon and Effingham. So I think they were looking for something more closer. But just when I saw the
They could have had it in Mattoon.
what's that?
They could have had it in Mattoon.
I'm sure they could have. I don't know why they couldn't have had it. Like I get that we no longer have access. Well, we no longer can do SilCon at the Cross County Mall, but believe it or not, Mattoon is. I mean, yes, Mattoon's also a pretty large rural. I mean, pretty large. I mean, it's a pretty rural town too, but it's definitely larger than Gaze. In fact, where the mall was located, I mean, they have a plaza there, and then beyond that, you have all these different. I mean, yeah, you got like a bunch of like the typical fast food places and stuff like that, but there were other places that I even thought to myself, thinking, this probably could have served as a replacement for them to have SilCon. Now, one person did ask. One person asked about, and of course, I already knew this was not going to happen. This is a town that I've actually brought up a few times to you guys. Someone once said, have this event down in Carbondale. Carbondale's down in southern Illinois. And SilCon, it's supposed to represent the central part of the state. If you brought it down to Carbondale, then there's no point of calling it SilCon anymore, unless instead of SCIL, it would be SIL at that point. But for a lot of us too, like for us to get from Chicago to Carbondale, that's a good 8 hour drive to get down to the bottom part of the state. So
is that where Chip Coffee was supposed to appear?
no, the SilCon is a
Okay.
little bit. SilCon, it does not really have. It doesn't really get a lot of the big names.
Okay.
SilCon. I love going to.
Age.
Although,
It's got Keith Age,
yeah, Keith Age he's a regular there. He goes there every year.
Gavin Kelly, and Paul.
Yes, unfortunately.
What?
Unfortunately,
I don't know if I should really tell you, but we kind of uncovered some problems regarding them. Actually, it's
I don't know who he is.
Gavin. How can you explain? Because Jeremy, you've met him too.
yes, I have talked to him several times actually.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get along with them. In fact, last time we had SilCon, I think we even had breakfast with them. But they, I'll just put it this way: another investigator by the name of Vanessa Hoggle had, I don't know if she had like a conversation with them or something like that, but she posted information regarding them, and that they're not really people you really want to associate with. And I'm not saying that just.
You're basing that off of something someone else said?
Well, no. She sent snapshots of what they said to her, and
Are there legal issues involved?
no, and it has nothing to do at all. Okay, I'm just going to have to say, because I just don't know how else to describe it. First off, it has nothing to do with their political views or anything like that. I mean, I already know who they support. I get it. But they've said, according to Vanessa, they've kind of shown like kind of racist behavior towards other people.
Well, here's the thing. That's something we have to really investigate before we actually believe that.
Yeah.
It could have been a private chat where somebody in that chat said something and they only screenshot what they want to. I never believe anything until I know for sure, or I know the person so personally that I know that they will not lie.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And this was months ago. That this was not like in the last few days. This was a
Right.
couple months back, and I
When
just
somebody shows you a screenshot of something, especially if it's a screenshot that person took, keep that in mind. Oh, like what Adrian just said, screenshotted what she wanted you to see.
Yeah.
yeah.
If they don't screenshot the whole conversation, how it got to that point, like there has been so many times that I have quoted someone else, said, they'll ask, what did this person say? And I will say what they said. So if they only screenshot what I posted that they said in a private chat, it would look like I said it.
Right.
And, that's, you got to be so careful. It's just like the media right now. They will cut and paste, do what they want.
Yep.
AI is so fucking crazy. I hate AI,
No,
and
so do
Zach
I.
and I differ on this so much, but I hate AI because it is so hard to tell what is true and what is not. And
Well,
until somebody screws me personally, or somebody I trust and know that they're telling the complete truth and their side of the story as well, I'm not going to hate. I'm just not.
well, I think it's just kind of a concern for me personally because, as you guys know all too well, because you guys probably have seen the pictures, that my social group has become, a racially diverse group. And
And
even
that's
though,
awesome. We are people. We are not
yeah,
cultures. We are not. And I love to learn from other cultures. I love,
yeah,
like, show me. Because I guess because I don't know my culture really. I'm adopted, so I don't know, where I belong. I'm like, show me your culture. I will, embrace your culture, whatever it is. Show me. I want to learn.
well, what I'm basically meaning is because my group, the pictures I always take with my friends
Right.
has become has become racially diverse. My concern is I'm sure they've seen the pictures, so how are they going to treat me when I'm in their presence, that weekend?
Who cares? That's where you have got to let that go.
Yeah.
If somebody is if you're thinking that, you're going to look at people and go, "Thank you, baby." You're going to look at people and go, "They're looking at me funny." And they may not be. You're going to have that in the back of your mind. And if somebody does treat you badly, who cares? Walk away because
Well,
there
that's
are
basically
others that love you.
that's all I honestly really care about because, like I said, even though Silcon, compared to many of the other Paracons, don't have as many of the big names, like we're all familiar with. Although when I first went to Silicon, that was where I met Mike Rick. No, I was the second time I met Mike Ricksecker. He was there, but I'm just there. I'm just basically there just to have a good time. It's one of my favorite events,
Exactly.
even though it's
Exactly.
not, even though it's not as big as some of the other Paragons. Like the way how I've always described Silicon is that because it's near the end of September, it's kind of like a combination of both like an end of summer and Halloween, welcoming Halloween party
Right.
wrapped into one. And there's always just this, for me, there's always this vast excitement that I always have when I go to SoulCon, because like, especially when we're already out on the road and already out in the country, and I just posted this a few days. I don't know if you guys saw. I just posted this a few days ago, like I always do with a lot of these Paracons. When I tell people that that we're going to be heading out this weekend, there's a song that I discovered a few years ago, right around the same time that I started going to SoulCon. It was It's not like a very well-known song. It's called "Effortless" by a singer by the name of Sonia Kitchell. And when you listen to the song, it does kind of have. I mean, for me, it does. I don't know about if you ever heard it, you would think the same way, but it just has kind of that road trip, kind of rural feel to it. And every time that I've always gone to SilCon, I often usually listen to it on the way there. At times when I'm at the events, to me, it's like that's like become the theme song to SilCon. It's just so much. It just has such a positive, but it also has a good meaning to it because, just in spite, like for example, with what's going on with location-wise for SilCon, it's still effortless for them to still put this event together because we all love it in the end, and that's why I think that song, in my opinion, is associated with SilCon. If you guys want to, I'll send it to you guys later on if you guys want to listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing. Let's think about this. This was my point to start with. We all know Chip Coffey. We have met him. Oh, no, not we.
I have.
You're right. You have. And I know you. I trust your opinion. And you said he was a good person. Okay. The things that he said, as a public figure, you keep your damn mouth shut. That's part of what you get paid for. Because once you start an opinion, and opinions are like assholes, we all got one. So once you start your opinion, your audience before your opinion was very diverse. They didn't know what you believed. They didn't give two shits what you believed. But all of a sudden you open that mouth. All of a sudden everybody knows what you believe. I'm not famous. I don't give two shits what anybody knows I believe. I have no problem saying it. But somebody who makes money off of
The public.
people liking him should not say what they believe. They shouldn't. But he did. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with his opinion. What I'm saying is he should have kept it to himself.
He should have. He
If-
really should have.
40 years ago, I guarantee there would not be a single problem with that.
Right.
Right.
But today,
Right. And he knows what today is.
Yeah.
He knows. He is not dumb. I know that man is not dumb.
the thing is, okay, for one, it is an extremely sensitive subject to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Very polarizing. You are either for it or against. There almost is no in between on this one. No gray area.
Unfortunately, that's true. That is very true.
So I get it that certain people don't like him,
Mm-hmm.
and they're always saying that, or they were saying that he was always spewing out hate and this, that, and the other. And this is based off of what you were saying before, little clips that make it onto the internet.
Yeah.
Another guy I worked with found one of those clips, and then he found the entire transcript of what he was saying and posted that, and then it was like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying the wrong thing about what this guy said.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all in context.
Right.
Well, and that's why when I was telling you guys just a few minutes ago about the guys I was just telling you about, I was kind of a little bit hesitant of really wanting to say with what was going on because it's no different than just simply posting something. So that's, but just
Have no hesitation. Just go up to him, shake his hand, smile. How you doing?
well, and that's
See how he reacts.
I was
Feel
going to say,
his energy.
well, I was going to say, and that's what I was about to get to was, like obviously I would definitely be following Adrian's advice for it, just make it quick and then go be with the other folks that are going to be there that I know for a fact I'm going to be happy. We even have in fact, I even found out, even though there's not very many, Jenny Davis is even going down to this. In fact, she's already on her way down from Minnesota. She's already probably halfway into the state. So she's supposed to be PhilCon. What's that?
She lives in Minnesota?
I thought she lived in Minnesota.
I thought she was in like one of the Midwestern, like Nebraska or some Iowa.
No, I don't think she's in. I don't think she's in Nebraska. It says. A second.
Here's the thing: feel their energy. Feel them.
Yeah, she's in Minnesota, Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's
You gotta
traveling
feel
away
their
from-
energy. Do not take other people's bullshit.
No.
If you feel like, oh, maybe they're not accepting of other people, you'll feel it. You'll know. And you'll just say, hey, nice to meet you, and walk away.
Yeah.
I've met Gavin several times. I've worked with him. I like the guy. He can be opinionated, but
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
And that's all fine and good. I won't judge.
We all need that.
Obvious. Yeah, I'm never going to judge them off of it. It's just if they show that kind of behavior, that's a different story. Then.
Well, sure. If you see them treating other people, whether it's people that aren't famous or people that are a different color or people that are of different opinion, treating them differently, absolutely. It's like, nice to meet you. Have a good day. And move on. No reason to be a jerk. No reason to be afraid of them. You have your opinions. Everybody knows your opinions, just like they know mine, because I have no problem saying them. And that's okay. They can either respect your opinion or they don't. And if they don't, that's okay. Go separate ways, but with respect.
Right.
Yeah, just I'm not saying don't do this ever, because sometimes you do have to do it, but don't always go based on one person's opinion of another.
Right.
Trust
right.
that person.
Well, and I would only, like you said, I would only do it if I noticed that I'm being treated differently than usual. And also if we start seeing that kind of, like, if we start seeing it from a distance that they are treating other people like.
Right.
I mean, the best way I can say is, like, if they're treating some people nice, then they're treating others, especially in this case. Like, let's say in this case, if there were people of other races there, they start treating them badly. Like, if you see that from a distance, that's the only other type of way that you would get kind of suspicious at that point. Thinking, okay, they're treating these people nice, but they're not treating these others nice.
Yeah, just make sure that you're not having it in the back of your mind that they are not good people.
Right. Well, and like I said, this is an event that, as much, even though we're missing the first day, which is tomorrow, I'm just really there just to be excited about going. Dave Wismer is also going to be there too, by the way.
I know him.
Yeah, because we had him on our show. Yeah, he works with the person that runs PhilCon. Her name's, I hope I'm saying her last name right, Becky Castillo. Dave Wismer has worked with Becky on numerous occasions, not just for PhilCon, but also even with some investigations. That's the other thing too. When it came to PhilCon, sometimes about the same time that they would have their after party, they also used to have an investigation at the same time. They would have it at the Cross County Mental Health Center, which Tom and we've investigated at least two or three times, I think. And that was quite an interesting location to investigate. Although I think as much as we love investigating that location, I think we've kind of given up on it. Not because we don't want to do it anymore. It's just the fact that you can't have two like different after events at once. You know, like you have an investigation and then you have the after party. And then of course it's like then all of a sudden it's like you're trapped in the middle of, well, which one should I go to? Like, which is the one that everyone's, are they going to go to this one or are they going to go to this one instead? So you're at a crossroads at that point. So that's why she doesn't really do the investigation anymore. But that's who runs the event.
Right.
And more surprisingly, among guests, and Jeremy, you know who this guy is because I think you said you guys had him at Para-Unity last time, Santiago.
Yeah.
Normally, he is usually a guest also at SilCon, but I think this might be the first time that he will not be at SilCon this year because he's actually with the 3Js right now of Dark Realm TV for another Paracon that they're down. They're already there. That they're going to be holding up. Well, they're not holding up, but they're going to be a part of down in Arkansas. So I will admit.
So here's the thing this is the thing that I want to. You've all heard about the 2 deaths, right?
The 2 deaths of what?
One in, I want to say it's Missouri, the other in Alabama. Braxton, help me.
I was going to say, I'm sure Braxton may know if it's occurred in the southern states.
It did. And here's the thing. Because people want to run their mouths. Okay. Hi, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
People have opinions and want to run their mouths. It's great to have an opinion. It honestly is. But let's open our minds to the possibility that your opinion might be wrong and listen to others. You know, that's just thought. But we had 2 deaths this week. And it's unimaginable. One was in Missouri. I think so. And the other was in Alabama.
You said Alabama.
Both males.
Oh, wait. She said, no, he just said 15-year-old girl found dead in her car. You know what? It was in Mississippi.
I did see that. Oh,
you know what?
my God.
Okay. I want to touch on that one, Braxton. So
yeah, I want to say something about that too. Go ahead, Jeremy.
That in Mississippi. I saw a post, it was either yesterday or 2 days ago, about a young black man being hung in Mississippi.
2
of them.
One in Mississippi. I think the other was in Missouri.
Well, the one in Mississippi was the one that I heard. So I asked Eileen about that, and she said she had not heard anything about it. And I thought, okay, if this actually happened, it would have been blown up everywhere.
It was.
I think so too. Yeah.
It was.
But
His name is Trey.
I hadn't seen anything about it except for that one post on Facebook.
No, it happened. His name is Trey. Horrible circumstances. His name is Trey. And I can't think of his last name, but his name is Trey.
Yeah,
He was hung. Now, it's still under investigation. I'm not gonna go all haywire about whether it was suicide or whether it was homicide, because it's still waiting for the autopsy. Right now, they're treating it as a suicide. But tell me what man, unless he had a bully in the school and wanted that bully to see this and hurt the rest of his life, what man is going to hang himself while the next day there was a big event going on in the school? And this was 15 miles from the 15-year-old. that was hung, not suicide, was hung in a tree in Alabama, right
That
across
was
the river.
Mississippi.
Yeah, there was two different ones, Braxton.
There was one in
It was
Mississippi.
bad.
There was one in Mississippi and Alabama.
Not Mississippi. No.
Mention Missouri.
Well, here's actually something that I just so Chris sent me this, and I think it was involved in the one that was found in the car because I didn't even when he sent it to me earlier, I didn't even know what to. I was going to say something about like Chris. I'm not sure what you said. I mean, what I'm supposed to be getting out of this, but now it makes total sense. It was the one who was found in the car. It turned out, by the way, I guess. I mean, unless there was again, if there was a separate murder, Adrian, this was not in Missouri. This was actually in California.
Mississippi. Mississippi.
No, no,
Tracery.
the guy, yes. The guy, yes. I'm talking about the one who was found in the trunk of the car. That was in California.
Wasn't that a rapper's car?
Yeah.
That's being investigated.
Bits and pieces of this thing for the last couple of days, and nothing seems to be adding up. Especially now that they've identified the girl as being a 15-year-old.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they say here, hey, Chantel, oh my God, it's been a long time since we've seen you.
Hey, sweetheart.
Long time no see.
It has been a minute.
Yeah, holy cow. Great to see you, Chantel.
I think the last time I seen her on one of these shows was 13th Dimension's 100th episode.
Didn't you
That's
have one on
awesome.
your desk?
So here's what they said about
I didn't want to use it.
her name was Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and this was posted yesterday. Authorities in California have confirmed that the dismembered remains found in the trunk of a Tesla in Hollywood Hills, of all places, belonged to 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, who went missing from Lake Elsinore in 2024 at just 13 years old. The Tesla, yeah, you're right. I think this will answer
Nice
all
to see you,
questions.
sweetheart.
Yeah. The Tesla registered to singer David, legal name David
D4 VID. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Can't tell.
was sitting in an impound lot where the gruesome discovery was made. Rivas was identified through her tattoos, clothing, and jewelry. Her body had been wrapped in plastic and was in an advanced state of decomposition when authorities were alerted by a foul odor coming from the car. Rivas' mother revealed her daughter once had a boyfriend named David, raising chilling questions about possible connections. I can't say the rapper's name because it's D4VD. So I'm just going to have to say,
It's David. It's David. But here's the thing.
yep, David's team has stated he is cooperating with authorities.
Right.
Despite that, Fallout has been swift with Crocs and Hollister dropping the rising artist from collaborations just days after the discovery. Rivas was only 13 years old when she disappeared, and her mother says she immediately feared the worst when news broke about a body in the Tesla trunk. The investigation is ongoing. Actually, no, I'm going to say, let me reread that. No suspects are in custody, and the investigation is ongoing.
Yep. Here's the thing. He's still out touring. He is cooperating. Great. My point with all this, the media is turning every damn thing into a racial problem.
I know.
Most of us, there are the ones, and I get it, there are ones. But most of the United States does not have a racial problem. The media is turning it into one. So what's going to happen from there? If somebody was after my color, don't you think I'm going to go, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to start getting on the defense. This is what's happening. We've got to realize this is media propaganda. We're really not, most of us are not after each other. We're not.
No, we're not.
But there are some people who are,
And they need to be taken care of.
and those are the ones that are making it onto national news.
And it's being twisted. That's the problem. It's being twisted.
Well, the one with the girl in the train, um,
Uh,
Trump.
yeah.
that was definitely one of them.
But did anybody ever get to hear what was his motive? What caused him to do that?
That one I still haven't been able to find out.
I haven't either. And people assume it's racial. It's because she was out of country. She never spoke. She did not speak to him. So it could not be that.
No, people they were saying that he was chanting, "I got that white girl" or something like that.
Right, right. But all that tells me is he was mentally ill. And the last person, maybe even schizophrenic, and the last person that said something to him that stuck in his mind was a white person. That's all that tells me. That doesn't tell me that he was it, he was out to kill a race. That tells me he was mentally ill. But people are going to make it out as, oh my goodness, this African American killed this white woman. Yeah, he did. But why? The man was mentally ill, obviously mentally ill. Maybe what triggered it, somebody said something to him that stuck in his head. We don't know. But holy shit, we've got to stop this bullshit. I don't know. I don't see.
Well, it says here that he's been indicted by a grand jury 3 days ago. So Monday, charged with first degree murder. He is being held at Mecklenburg County Detention Center without bond.
Mhm.
Um,
Exactly, Braxton.
Now, I do know that the Attorney General said that she was going to charge him with a federal crime, um,
Yeah.
but have not seen any update on that particular thing.
I
Uh,
mean, murder? Yeah, that's kind of federal.
well, the thing is, murder is murder.
Yeah.
It, Somehow they classify things different as federal crime and not federal crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't remember the ins and outs, and every state's different.
Yeah, this one here wants to go after him and charge him with a federal crime, and I think that is because so that she can seek the death penalty for this guy.
Yeah, and Braxton, that's right. I agree with that because I'm seeing so many states where that's happening, and it's not just the color issue. There is such a divide between law enforcement and citizens. I my dumbass went down a rabbit hole in TikTok, and there's several.
He's going down a rabbit hole on TikTok
I
lately.
know,
Who is?
but when you click on one, they show others. So there's several police stations. Now, they're not colored or gendered. They're not biased. Um, so many police stations are showing their video cams. the way they get treated. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I could not be a police officer because, Lord have mercy, I would go off. I would hurt somebody, and how they don't, I don't understand, because they are treated so badly on these cop cams. They're spit on. They're called faggots. They are called racist. They're called son of a bitches. They're told the law according to how the person sees it, such as, I'm a sovereign citizen and I do not have to show you my ID.
I have seen
The fuck?
of that one.
The fuck? What did you say? Let's go back and read the law. I would no. I don't have the
What's
patience.
the one that I sent you yesterday?
Yeah, that one, the cop handled it with such grace because
It,
I couldn't.
when I watched that video, I laughed so hard. He handled it with grace.
He did.
At the same time, he was not taking no shit.
Yep. And that's the perfect way to be. That is the
Yeah.
absolute greatest balance.
So for those of you, well, nobody else knows. It's just me and Adrian on this one. So I was going through TikTok and found this video of a guy that had gotten pulled over, and his suspected partner was in the passenger seat videoing this. And cop comes up, asks for his license, and
Hold on, I'm going to mute for just a second, guys. My daughter's calling.
he hands him not his driver's license, but like a piece of paper. And the cop is asking what this was, and this guy said these are his papers. He was currently identifying as a cat.
What?
Yeah. Kind of. It didn't shake the officer, but it kind of had his mind going, and he said he's currently identifying as a cat. And the guy with the camera was saying that he is the other guy's owner, because the cop was asking about who he was, and just automatically thought he was his partner. And the guy with the camera was saying, "No, we're not homosexuals or anything like that." And he said, "I am his owner." Okay, so we can play that game. And then he said, "First of all, I can take you in, have animal control come and get you, take you in, make sure you have your shots, spayed, neutered, because cats don't drive vehicles." And the guy with the camera, I think, must have been, like kind of nodding his head or something, agreeing to this. And the police said, "And for you, I will have like a therapist or some kind of medical guy come and get him for even considering letting this guy getting rabies shots." I'm just paraphrasing this whole thing. I don't remember it word for word, but yes, he mentioned that the whole neuter spade, get his shots and everything. It was pretty cool. And he did it with a straight face. He did not yell at him. He just told him point blank. He just told him point blank, and then the video ended. Um, and I just had to send that to Adrian because we had talked about this numerous times on the shows about people identifying as different animals and things like that.
I
Yeah.
remember a long time ago we did. Yeah.
Yeah, and this cop, he did not miss a beat. Yeah, well, cats can't drive cars, so I'll have animal control come and get you. Wow, okay. So and at the same time, because this is a TikTok video, you gotta wonder if this was staged or if this actually happened.
Yeah, really.
Because these days now, you can't really tell half the time. You can't really tell. Um, but yeah, I like that video. And also, I want to kind of get back to one of you two was talking about AI.
Yeah, Adrian was.
Okay. I was on YouTube, watching the wrestling podcast. And what pops up on the videos, to check out? Somebody did an AI music. The entire album of Michael Jackson's Thriller, how it would have sounded if it was recorded back in the 1950s.
What?
Yeah. I listened to some of that and I thought, wow, this is really good. And it was so well done that it was hard to tell that it was AI.
Wow.
So I go to this guy's page and he's got a whole bunch of artists whose albums were made in the 1950s. I didn't listen to any of the others. Let's see where is okay. Okay, music. So videos. Metallica Black Album if it was recorded in the 1950s. Madonna True Blood. Toto Deep Purple. Dire Straits Blondie Genesis. Black Sabbath, although that's not too far off. Uh, Motorhead, Billy Idol, Def Leppard, Aerosmith, Motley Crue, The Doors, Dio, Megadeth, Rainbow, Judas Priest, Bon Jovi, all done in AI as if it was recorded in the 1950s.
Well, like when you really think about it, you were just saying about, like, for example, one of those bands, The Doors. I mean, even then, that would have been very long for them because they were founded in the 1960s.
Black Sabbath, but it does have The Doors on here.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, The Doors, they were founded in the 60s, so I don't know if it really would have had a different sound to it if they recorded their music in the 50s.
Well, with the 50s have a very particular sound. It was in the 60s when people started experimenting.
Yeah, it's true.
But with the 50s, you can listen to any song and it belongs in the 50s.
Okay.
Okay. Funny story, guys. Any opinions are welcome. Any ideas are welcome. My grandson, 13 years old, just called me with his mama. They're about to send me a video. Now, mind you, we're going to go back a little bit. My grandson, when he was 2 to 3 years old, we didn't know he couldn't hear. because he'd always call me Bama instead of Grandma. When we took him to the doctor, come to find out he had water in his ears and couldn't hear. But he always told us there's a monster in the room. His name is Joshua. I had no idea what he was talking about. I just left him alone. Okay. So tell him good night. Let's go to bed. Come to find out what he's talking about is a different name for God. Jesus. Okay. Fine. This kid's always been intuitive. This kid's always seen things that nobody else did. So they call me just now. Now, mind you, he's seen black shadows all his life as well that have scared him recently. Him and his friends went to the woods. They live in a town of less than 400 people. They all went to the woods. There was a woman. Less than 400 people, you know everybody in town, right? This woman was walking on the railroad tracks. All of a sudden, she kneels down and lays down. He said, she was so friendly before, we all yelled, "Hey, hi," which is what they do in the country. Hey, hi. She said hi to him. Got on her knees and was trying to pet something invisible. All of a sudden, something came out of the ground. And she was petting it and it walked off and disappeared. They got this on film, mind you. I asked my grandbaby, I said, how do you feel with this woman? Did you feel like she was friendly? Did you feel, he's, no, I was scared of her. Follow your gut, buddy. Follow your gut. He said, she was really weird, but we don't have any crackheads in this town, which they really don't. They hide. If there's crackheads in that town, they hide. Because it's unacceptable. It just doesn't happen. They're going to do that in their home. This lady is new. Don't know who she is. They've seen her twice now. He's about to send me a video. My grandbaby has some abilities that I wish he did not.
Is this the one that had the heart issue?
Yep.
Okay.
He's finally getting to see a neurologist Monday. They've sent him to cardiologists. They've sent him to MRIs. They've sent him everywhere except a neurologist.
Why a neurologist?
Because every time he gets touched in the chest, any kind of force, it doesn't even have to be hard, just like we would if we were coughing or something, he goes into an attack. And he knows it's happening, and he'll text his mom.
Attack of what?
He starts going out, like completely out. He will pass out. And he has enough time to text his mom, said, Mom, it's happening. And he can take a few steps after that, and he's out. He's gone.
So why would that be for a neurologist? That should...
We're wondering if it's a brain issue. He's already got a pacemaker, not a pacemaker, but like a loop where it records everything happens. Okay. And they say nothing's wrong when that happens. So what's left? Neurology. Side note, I want Kimberlyn suspended on the back. And yeah, hell yes. Honestly, I don't think what he said, yes, it was making fun. Whether he should do it or not my business. The people who listen to him may like that. That's fine. But he was just being funny. He was not as bad as they think he was.
I read his statement. At no point did I ever get the idea that he was celebrating the man's death.
I don't either. But something we're in the cancel culture. I mean, this is what I promised we would not talk politics, but here we are. We're being canceled.
We are at 2 hours. We can end the show right now.
Yeah.
We are being canceled, honestly. History is being canceled. Anybody who talks is being canceled. To me, this is not freedom of speech. This is not free America. This is,
Well, this is the second major talk show host who is losing his show this year.
and there's more. There's more coming.
Yeah, the way that is going, they'll all be gone by the end of the year.
They will be, unless they are telling the rhetoric that people want to hear. That's where we're at.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if Jimmy Kimmel was joking, number one, there's nothing funny about a man being killed.
Absolutely
No,
not.
not.
There's not. I don't care
Definitely
who it is. Absolutely not.
Um, Now, granted, the joke that I heard was actually not about Charlie. It was about the guy that killed him.
Oh,
Right.
okay. I didn't hear that portion.
It it was something about what was it? Something about MAGA trying to throw him into the extreme left. Um,
Yeah.
I read it this morning, but it had something about MAGA, extreme left, trying to prove that he is like a extreme left or radical left,
Mhm.
something like that.
Here's the thing. I don't agree with cancel culture. I don't.
I don't
We
need
all
it.
have the freedom of speech, but when we had the freedom of speech, we also were tactful about our freedom of speech. We could say our opinion without making fun. We could, I get that. I do. But we cannot be these late night talk show hosts. That's been going on for years. They've been making fun for years.
I found it.
People that watch them understand that. They watch them for that. I don't like our canceling history because pretty soon it's going to be gone. And I'm not okay with that. Pretty soon, they're taking books out of libraries. This is not okay. I don't agree with extreme left. I don't agree with extreme right. We have to be human somewhere in the middle, but I don't know how this is going to turn out. I really don't.
Okay, here's what he said. We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving.
Yeah.
On Friday, the White House flew flags at half staff, which got some criticism, but on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this, and that's all I.
You mean, how are you holding up with your friend passing away? I'm building a ballroom that should have been built for years.
Well, there was even I think it was yesterday. There was even one of the guys from the Five, the guy that sits in the middle. I don't know his name, but it's the guy that sits in the middle. He was interviewing J.D. Vance about Charlie Cook.
Mm-hmm.
And Vance was getting pretty emotional throughout this thing. You could see him just getting pissed off over again.
And that's okay. It is good to be upset that somebody dies.
Yeah, it is.
That is absolutely okay.
Especially as violently as he did.
Here's the thing, y'all. I'm just Jeremy already knows. I'm going to put this out here. Pay attention to the conspiracy theories going on.
Yep.
I've never been huge on conspiracy theories. I haven't. But there's some of these on this issue. Pay attention. Pay attention. The FBI did a mock thing trying to figure out what the hell was going on with the gun that had his prints on it. Okay. The murderer's prints on it.
And something ain't adding up.
And they've been saying that the texts aren't adding up. It doesn't sound like a high school student or a college student. It doesn't sound. Okay. I let that go. Whatever. That's not my thing. But then when these texts come out before this happened, and all the evidence that they have now were in these texts before they come out, when the FBI tested this gun, which there was already questions on how did he disassemble this gun when military can't as quickly as he did, then reassemble it to put it out there for evidence. I'm sorry, no. That was his grandfather's gun, who was military.
There was a video of him or whoever walking around like he was limping, but people are thinking that it was the gun shoved down his pant legs and he couldn't bend.
Right. Watch the video of him going up the stairs. Legs were bending just the hell fine.
I didn't even know there was a video.
There is. And I went down every rabbit hole with this. Now, is some of it AI? I'm sure it is. So I don't take everything to heart. But
Well,
FBI?
I'm pretty sure we're going to be covering this a lot next Friday because I'm going to be having Emily on 13th Dimension. And this is supposed to be the topic. And
I don't agree with her views, a lot of her views,
Yeah, neither do I.
but I respect her as a person and I respect her opinions as a person. So I'm interested to hear her opinions. Yes, they oppose from mine, but can I learn something? Absolutely. Let's hear it. I'm willing to consider your position. I'm willing to consider it. Let's talk about it.
Unfortunately,
This guy,
God.
the FBI, did a test with one of those gelatin dummies that they do, like for forensics.
Okay. Yeah.
Same gun. Same caliber gun. I'm not saying it's the same gun. I don't know. Same caliber gun, 200 yards, just like it was supposed to happen, right? Obliterated that dummy. Obliterated it. Not put a hole through it. Obliterated it.
when I saw that, it looked like it didn't even hit the same spot where Charlie got hit.
Charlie was hit here.
Yeah.
It
No.
bounced.
I heard something about that, but that doesn't make any sense because if he was wearing a bulletproof vest, it should have absorbed that bullet.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not from that yardage. It's going to bounce.
Well, that's a hell of a shot.
It would be.
Exactly. And this guy, yes, he had shot guns all his life. He was not a sniper. So many things are not adding up with that video. So many things. And that's not the only one. There is so many coming out. So what's going on? We're not being told the truth. I will be the first to say the government is hiding so much shit.
Well,
It has been for years. This isn't new.
Been hiding stuff for a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't
It's
new.
not surprising.
But now with AI, it's even harder to tell anything.
I know. Well, that's why.
I'm not okay with that.
You didn't hear what I was telling Nick about AI while you were.
Oh.
So I was on YouTube today watching the wrestling podcast, like I was telling you. There was a video on there. AI music. What Michael Jackson's Thriller, the entire album, would have sounded like if it was made in the 1950s.
Oh,
Yeah, she was. Yeah, he was just saying that minutes ago.
It was
awesome.
it was really good. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I just listened to pieces of it. So I go to this guy's profile, or his YouTube channel, and he's got all kinds of bands from Metallica to Def Leppard, The Doors, um, all of them with one of their albums as if it was made in the 1950s. So I'm really curious to see how Inner Sandman's going to sound like.
Oh, and that's one of my favorites. I love that song.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be. Who knows? There's a good likely chance. Like, this sounds partially unrelated, but it's going to go right back to it. When I go to SilCon this weekend, like I said, there's an after party and there's involving karaoke. So, good likely chance I might be singing Enter Sandman. There might even be a video of me, possibly. So, it's funny you just brought that up, Jeremy.
Yeah, I kind of want to play a clip of it, but I don't want to get the copyright hit.
Yeah.
But go look it up. Michael Jackson's Thriller, as if recorded in the 1950s.
No.
You type that in, it'll come right up.
I was also going
Yeah.
to just say real quick. This is what Adrian was saying was just one more thing about the whole thing involving with Charlie Kirk and stuff. I mean, I definitely think, Jeremy, that when you have Emily on for 13th Dimension, that will definitely be that will definitely be quite the conversation, interesting one. Although
It is, but at the same time, I'm going to need to tread carefully on that one, and Emily's going to know that too.
well, unfortunately, I should probably just tell you guys this. Unfortunately, I don't have connections with Emily anymore because I don't know exactly when. It was definitely sometime during the early part of the year, but she unfriended me.
Early part of this year?
Early part of this year, she unfriended me.
Huh? I don't
That's
know
her
what.
loss.
Are you sure she did it or Facebook did it? Because it's been doing it to a lot of people.
I honestly really don't have a clue. It looked like because last time I think it might have been when I was putting together one of my holiday music posts, and when I was going to tag her in it, her name was not appearing. I thought that's odd. That's normally that doesn't usually happen. So I looked up her name and it didn't show that we were friends anymore. It just said add friend.
Oh, well, it happens.
Yeah.
It does, and I don't notice most of the time when somebody unfriends me unless it's somebody I talk to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, whether it was because, let's just say if she did, I mean, whether it was because of political views, I really don't know. But I just know that we're not Facebook friends anymore. We're not friends on Facebook anymore. I mean, I'm not really sure how else to really say it.
Yeah. I mean, we all have our different views. There are lines that we're going to cross that, we're not going to allow to be crossed. I have gotten rid of everybody that says, if you don't believe this, unfriend me. Okay. Bye. I don't want everybody that believes the same thing I do on my page. I don't. I like different opinions. But I don't like people that say, if you don't believe this, fuck you. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
That's, I'm just even going to put it out now. I mean, and you guys know all this. You guys know this all too well because I've talked to you guys about it for the last couple weeks. And it may not sound like it's associated with what we're talking about, but I will say this is that flag display that I've been putting together, which, by the way, next week I'm getting the final 2 flags, and then the flag display is officially done. It's going to be officially completed. I mean, it's going to be completed for now. That doesn't mean that additional country flags will be added. It just won't be as frequent as it had been for the last couple months.
That's way too much space.
Way too much space.
Yeah, I actually have a couple of those things where you can put the 3 flags in there.
Oh, the desk flags holders.
I had a couple of those because I wanted to do like American flag, Italian flag, and Irish flag. And I think I had 5 of them. Nah, this is too much. I don't need them. That's too much space.
Well, the ones that I have, if you've seen, they actually hold 5 flags at a time. And
Oh, that's even worse.
in a way it is. But honestly, it's still worth putting together. And when this whole display is officially completed, I mean, yeah, I'm going to put some pictures up. But even when I put these pictures of the flags of countries that not only I have close relationships, but also those that I support or whatever, I am definitely not going to like say that crazy, like when you're going to go, Adrian, about like saying, if you don't believe this, unfriend me, then I'm not going to say anything like that at all. If they choose they want to unfriend me because, of my association with these other, that's their choice.
Yeah, association's totally different than saying unfriend me if you don't believe my political views. I'm sorry. Our political views are going to change with who's in office. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And if somebody on the other side is doing something great, my political views are about to change. Because if they're doing something great, I'm all for it.
Well, and I even already started writing with what I want to say about it.
Move.
And I'm not trying to say anyone's right, anyone's wrong, but all I just simply say, and part of it of what I wrote, of what I've written so far, is that I'm definitely not about this so-called, America first or anything like that. I believe that all countries, like with all these flags, have some kind of equality to them, regardless of wherever you're from.
Well, of course they do. But here's the thing: if we can't fix our own shit, we can't help nobody else.
Right, exactly. So it does need to be America first.
And then we can help others.
Well, I get what you guys mean. I mean, just the way how that message has been used, though, for for other reasons.
Yeah, and that's all in the perception of the person. Yeah, I agree.
That's. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that never to say that, but it's for those other reasons in particular. So, but unfortunately,
exactly, Braxton. Yes,
but as usual, people are still going to look at it I know it's going to be looked at in a negative way, but honestly, I could care less about it.
Here's the thing. Here's my opinion. We can say what we want on our show. People that are on our show understand we have opinions. That's great. That's fine. They also understand we value theirs as well. And I'm the biggest bitch there is when it comes to my opinion. That doesn't mean I'm not open to others' opinion. Convince me, show me. And I'm okay with that. I'm open-minded. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Other than right there, I'm not putting an opinion out on Facebook or anywhere else. Because it's not just me. I have family that believes differently. And I don't want to hurt them. Because in the end, presidency, this party, all of it is going to pass. And we're going to have another party. Or we're going to have another president of the same party who is different. I'm not putting my opinion out there to hurt my family, my friends. What I will put my opinion out there on, I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in death. I don't believe in it for any reason other than you're coming after me, my family, or someone else. And then if you get death because you're trying to kill someone, well, sucks for you. But that's the way it should be. You don't try to kill someone else. It's not our jobs in life to take someone else's life. That's just not. I don't care what religion you are. The Bible says it. If you are a pagan, still says it. If you're a witch, still says it. You don't take someone's life. You don't. And that's normal human society. It is not a religion. It is in every religion because that's human. You shouldn't. That's not our place. Everybody understands we didn't create this earth. We didn't create humanity. Something bigger than us did. No matter what it is you think created it, something bigger than us did. And so it's not our place to take lives. It's just not.
No.
And if somebody thinks that's a problem that I say that, well, there's a button. It's called block, delete, whatever.
The only time that I would ever disagree with that is if it becomes like a me or you situation.
And that's what I meant. You know, you come
Yeah.
after me, you come after somebody, and you threaten somebody's life. Bye bye.
Right.
Yeah, because that's like if someone's threatening you with your life, with your life in that case. I mean, it's pretty much that the honest and classic example that either kill or be killed yourself.
That's right.
Like it's like you're not proud of it, but it's kind of one of those things that if you're really put in that situation, it's like, well, if you're going to do this, then I'm going to do you, or I'm going to get done. Well, if it's
Right,
me or
right.
you, if it's me or you, you're dead.
Right. And you know, it in the Bible is a twofold type thing. There's the Old Testament, eye for an eye. So, you know, let's get extreme on eye for an eye. Somebody cuts off your, okay, let's take it back to reality, your arm, and you're going to cut their arm off in exchange, right? Is that right? No, not really. Is it reality? I guess it could be. But then we go to the New Testament. It's not that way. It's turn the other cheek. So I'm going to put my arm out there and let somebody cut it off. And then I'm going to look at him and say, thank you. I learned a lesson from that. The fuck I am. Yeah, no. But, you know, this is the
I've
world we live
always
in.
said that the Bible contradicts itself.
Exactly. So
Yep.
this is the world we live in. You know, people are conflicted from day one, depending on what religion you follow. We are conflicted from day one. Witchcraft. We have two sides to it. There's the sevenfold rule, which is you do something to somebody, you get it back sevenfold. Whether it's good or bad, you get it back sevenfold. I don't believe that. Sorry. So that makes me on the dark side of witchcraft because I don't believe that. I believe karma has its own place in this, and it's not our place, it's karma's place.
And
Our,
Carmen, she can be a bitch.
Yeah.
She can be.
and so can this witch. So, um, you know, it's one of those things that I honestly believe you put out what you get, or you get what you put out. That's just kind of the way it is, and sometimes it doesn't come back the way as fast as you want it to. But in reality, it does in its own time. Blessed be and harm no one. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I I believe that to a point. And then there's a point where I really want the universe to give back what they gave because they need to learn a lesson. And I don't do it myself. Absolutely not. I leave it to the gods, goddesses, universe, but I will help. I have no problem with that. So they call that black magic. It's okay, whatever you want to call it. It's the same as Old Testament, New Testament. White magic, black magic. White magic is Wiccan, where you love the earth, which we all do. You don't wish harm on anyone. I like the mirror spell where whatever you're putting out on someone comes back on you because that mirror reflects it back.
Scrying.
No. It's if somebody's got bad intentions for you, it's a mirror spell where all their bad intentions go back to them. Whatever they're wishing on you goes back to them.
Oh, um, I don't know.
Scrying is fun too.
Yeah, I don't know the name of that one.
It's called Back to You spell. I don't know the technical name. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Braxton.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper and IRS. One of will come for you if you ain't careful. Yeah.
I swear, I don't know exactly what my culture is besides I know I'm part Viking. Other than that, I really don't know. My brother actually got his DNA back, and he and he gave me his password, and I got to look at our DNA, which part of it is his mother, which is not my mother, but that's okay. I got to see some of it, which it didn't break down which one's the father, which one's the mother. But what I did realize, I know I'm part Viking, but I 100% believe I am part black, I am part Mexican, because the Bruja in me is unreal. And the which Braxton's going to understand this part. It's not witchcraft when you're in Louisiana, when you're in New Orleans, when you're in that area. It's a whole different, same kind of thing, but it's different. I have a lot of both of those in me, and I'm good with that. Each belief of light, that's dark side, and demonic beliefs, stay away from it. Yeah. The demonic, yeah, absolutely. That's not my thing. That's I will always invoke light, but sometimes that light crosses into gray, and they both help. But that no. Mm-mm. When you start, I actually did a case where somebody invoked demons, or at least that was their intention. And that was kind of a scary case that I completely just said, you know what, this is beyond my pay grade. And you have two choices: either stay with what you're doing or go see a priest, because this is beyond my pay grade. And all of us working this case were witches, and we all recommended see a Catholic priest because this is beyond us.
Yeah, that's. I remember there's been a couple of them.
Yep.
Oh, remember that last video I sent you of the car?
Car.
Yeah, the car with the little orb coming out. It was the same orb as the one at the house. Anyway, it was debunked. We were able to pull it up on a big screen and able to debunk it.
Let me go back.
Voodoo. Yeah. I love voodoo. I really do. I have, I don't know, you might have heard of her, Braxton. In New Orleans, there's um, Mambo. Mambo is the name of the shop. Her name is Brandy that owns it. I was actually friends with her for a little while. Amazing woman. I learned a lot from her. Mambo Brandy. I think that was her name actually.
I didn't realize how much we chatted in the Thanes group chat.
I know.
Yeah. Still laughing about what you guys were saying earlier about, like I said, when I ran into Scott's double. That was pretty funny.
I was at work trying to figure out what the hell was going on at that.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, like I said, I saw Scott's double, but the only difference was he was completely bald. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. I really respect her.
The
I
last
love
video,
all of hers.
the last video that you sent about this house is the one about the guy that keeps appearing and disappearing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already told him what that was.
Yeah. So anything after that, you did not send to us.
Okay. This was the same orb that was caught in the camera at night that we were deciding whether it was, wintertime, whatever. This happened just a few weeks ago.
Oh, the one that I said that looked like it was that it was snow on the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Same thing, same orb, same everything appeared in the car
Oh,
on the cam.
yeah. This first one here, yeah, the one that just suddenly appears right there on camera, and then it
Yep.
just slowly.
Yep.
Yeah, I already told you my thoughts on that one, but so those are the only two videos that you had sent.
This was the same kind of thing, and it was in the car, broad daylight, and it was just a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Debunked because there was a piece of metal that was somewhere near the stick shift, or if it wasn't a stick shift, it's where it would have been,
Okay.
and it was reflecting, and the trees were moving the sun like this and making shade and light, and it was making that thing just like pulsate. Yeah. No, that was nothing but camera play.
Okay.
Zach and I brought it to a big screen, and he's like, "Hey, look!" And one of us would look at one thing, one of us would look at the other, and realize it's nothing but sun play.
Okay. All right. Well, it's 11 o'clock now.
About to be
Yes, and I get to go play with puppies tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I do some more driving tomorrow. I am so tired of all this driving I've been doing these last couple months.
I can imagine.
I'm sure.
I can't do the driving shit. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, especially when you're not expecting to do it.
That's even better. I like that. Oh, let's go. Okay, let's go. I dread trips. I dread them.
I don't mind trips as long as I know about them ahead of time.
Uh,
But
yeah.
all of these here came up sort of last minute. I'm
Those
thinking,
are the fun ones.
yeah, well, but I was expecting, a week, nothing on the schedule. On the schedule, and this is how September looks. Look at all that shit.
That's why I have a chauffeur. And this man, I can tell you what, I'll say,
Yeah,
this and this came up, but, I just don't think we should do it. We're tired. And he's like, what do you mean tired? Grandkids are involved. I'm doing it. I'm like, yeah, but, we can wait till next time. Let's not do this. We're tired. He's like, I used to truck drive. Yeah, used to. How many years ago before we got old?
yeah.
And he's like, nope, I can do it. And by God, he does.
Oh, speaking of truck, I want to tell this story real quick before we wrap up. My next door neighbor, really great people. He's retired. He used to be a truck driver. He's got to be about 70 now. His wife still works. She works at school, and normally she drives to work and comes back, leaves him home. But today he ended up taking her to work for whatever reason. Well, I was coming home from lunch over at Dad's house, and he was coming out. He's like, I got to go pick Edith up. I said, why? What do you mean? Well, she's at work and I forgot about her.
Oh my
God,
God.
no.
She was getting off work. He forgot about her. Okay, you're sleeping on the couch tonight. He was like, yep.
God.
Yeah, there's days that, because when I go to the Humane Society, I lose track of time. And if there's laundry needs done, whatever, dogs need walked, Kongs need made, I'm like, I completely lose track of time. And he'll go take me, and I'll be like, yeah, anytime between 2 and 3, I don't care. And he's like, I'm here. I'm like, I'm nowhere near done. So
Yeah. I thought that was funny because she's always the driver.
yeah,
Because he told me ever since he's retired from truck driving, he does not like to drive at all.
yep,
But she
I don't blame.
driving, and for whatever reason today, he took her to work, and then when I was coming back from supper, she was getting in the car, getting ready to go somewhere. So I'm like, okay, so why did he take her to work today?
He might have said something like, and says, "Oh, I might want to go to the store and pick up a few things today." Okay, well, you take the car. We'll see you can do that, and come get me.
Usually they go shopping together. I've run into
You
them.
too, but if we can save time, hell yeah, go while I'm at work.
Yeah, but I thought that was the funniest funniest thing there.
Couples are funny. You just never know,
Yeah.
especially when we start losing it.
Oh yeah. Okay, we need to end the show. We're at 2 hours and 39 minutes. It's past 11 o'clock. I'd like to go to bed here pretty soon.
What?
We're at 2 hours and 39 minutes.
It is 9:03 here,
Well, that's because you're 2 hours behind him.
but that's not 2 hours and 39 minutes.
It is for the duration of the show.
Adrian, we have been live for 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 32
No.
seconds.
Oh yeah,
And we're
6,
about to
7,
hit the-
8, 9, 3 hours.
And we're
Yeah.
about to hit the 240 mark.
It's okay.
Right. So, okay, folks, we're going to call it a night. It's been an interesting conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, every week it is an interesting
Yes,
conversation.
it is. It always is. And I don't know if I never got a message from Nikki if she wanted to do her show at this point, considering it's already past 10 o'clock over here.
Yeah.
I got a feeling most likely that we're probably not going to do her show tonight, which is fine with me because I have another this time an actual doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. So once again, I got to get up. So once again, I got to get up by 9 a.m. tomorrow.
That's okay.
Only 9 a.m.?
What do you mean only? I don't know what I didn't say only. No, I said
You did say only.
I can't. I wouldn't be able to do the show anyway if I really wanted to, because like I said, I got to get up at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
9 a.m. ain't shit. We get up at 4 and 5.
I still
Yeah, I got to set my alarm for 5.
What?
I got to set my alarm for 5 because I got to be on the road at 9, my time.
Jeez. So that would be 8 a.m. my time then.
Yes. At least this is only an hour drive one way, and if all works well, I'll be home by 1.
I thought I was going to be home by 1 originally. Well, it's going to be not scratch. I thought I would have been home by 2, but like I said, after being out in the city, I was there till 4. So
Yeah.
hopefully you get back home in time, by 1.
Well, I want to be back home by a good time so that I can get my work done before I do the show with Clarissa.
Yeah.
Uh, and then Saturday is going to be a busy ass day because I got a wrestling pay per view that starts at 5, and I need to get my work done. And also, I was telling my dad I think I'm going to mow the yards on Saturday because it's supposed to rain Sunday.
Right.
Let me check. It may have changed. It changes. So okay, yeah. So it's technically, if I really wanted to, I could wait until early on Sunday and mow. But that's pushing it too close. So okay, folks, we're gonna call it a night.
Yep.
Stay tuned tomorrow night, um, 8 Eastern. I will have Clarissa on the show. The 13th Dimension. We'll find out, what she's been up to. She's been AWOL.
Yeah, she's been gone for a while.
Yeah, but she's been pretty busy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So stay tuned until next week when we come up with more topics out of our ass.
Interesting topics.
Yeah. Maybe talk about a 3-story outhouse.
Yeah, that I was gonna say. I did some research that next 2-story outhouse I just discovered. It would be a nice chat about.
Yeah, let's talk about you piss on me, I'll shit on your head, and you piss down the drain. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to do I'm gonna have to try to do when I'm with Tom or whoever else is at Silicon. We're gonna have to photograph something like that.
No, we're really not.
It's only a couple blocks away. Oh, and the page did say it is no longer operational, so you can't use it.
I figured. I figured you couldn't use it anymore, especially because I was going to say, when was the last time has that place ever been cleaned?
I would hope that somebody had done something with the pit before.
I hope they did.
Yeah.
That would be truly fossilized shit. That
it would be fossilized no matter what.
Yeah, I mean it's fossilized one way or another.
Yeah. You say I mean a lot, Nick.
What?
You say I mean a lot.
I can't help it. That's just something
I know you can't. See, but nobody can. This has gone really bad at that too.
At least it's not like.
Yeah, Shaggy did that.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah. It's just certain patterns of speech that just bugs the hell out of me.
No, you know what? Even when I've said what you just said about even I get annoyed when I say that myself. I get mad at myself for doing that.
Yeah. Wow. And here's the thing. It's been around for a long time, apparently. And I only just became aware of it 4 years ago.
That's what happens when we get old.
Yep.
I guess. All right, we're getting off of here. So
we're going to look for the outhouse pictures when we take them in gays.
I want to see you standing in front of it. Hey!
Yeah. That's what I said when we get those pictures. I mean, before I even post them on Facebook, I'm sending those to you guys in the chat in a heartbeat.
I want to see it.
You're going to be the first ones to see it before everyone else is. I can tell you that right now.
In the things chat.
That's what I mean. I was going to put it in the chat. I was going.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll send it to you guys in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Scott
Immediately.
will get a kick out of that one.
What?
Scott will get a kick out of that one.
I'm sure he would. I'm
Yeah.
sure he would.
Who knows? He may want to take a special trip over there just to see that thing.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys are going to go, I'll lead the way for you. Tom and I will lead the way for you guys.
Let's
There's
see.
not much to do in Gaze. It's like, as you saw, Jeremy, it's a very small rural town. That's like the only thing you can do there.
Okay, so for tonight,
Check real quick to see how far it is from me.
too far.
Well, it's too far for you. I know that, Adrian.
4.5 hours.
It's not terrible. That's about almost the same duration as us, although I think it's an hour less. It's about to get to central Illinois, like to Mattoon or in this case Gaze. That's like about 3.5 hour drive. It's almost as long as it would take me almost as long as it would take us to get to your house, Jeremy.
Yeah, but at least you don't have a whole state to cross.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Well, you are crossing halfway into the state. Well, from
Well,
north to
no,
south.
I'm talking about Indiana.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
It's miles away from Iowa.
Yep, that's true.
So, okay. Any last statements before we adjourn for the evening?
Everybody have a good night.
Have a good night and watch for the outhouse.
I enjoyed it.
Shit, not nobody's head except that place.
Everybody, thank you for playing along. Stay tuned for 13th Dimension next week. Join us tomorrow. Join us next week for some more crazy shenanigans. And you guys have a good and safe weekend. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.